I got a couple points I want to bring out in this video. You understand? This video right here goes on, it's going into the topic of sex trafficking. You're seeing it a lot on Facebook, all on Facebook. Children going missing, young girls are going missing. You understand what I'm saying? And how I happened to come across a video. I happened to come across a video that with an ex-woman who, you know, got involved in sex trafficking, started sex trafficking herself, you understand? So she confessed to a lot of the things she did. And there was 3 things that she brought out in this. Go ahead, pause it. You understand? Hold on one second. Hold on one second. So there's a few things that she brought out that just, you know, that I had to bring out. Three good points I had to bring out, and one of them is Philly Bates. I gotta get, you know what I'm saying, the time, I believe it's around 10 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna watch the first half of it in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? Where she introduced herself and she let you know who she is. This is a black sister from South Carolina. You understand? Down there in Natazar zone. You understand? She's from South Carolina. Go ahead and play it real quick.
Oh gosh.
We got a special guest in the building.
That's right. This is one of my partners who I don't like talking to because her stories give me anxiety, but she's necessary to talk to.
That's right. Tony Rivera, good morning.
Good morning.
You want to tell the people exactly who you are and what you do? Please.
My name is Tony D. Rivera. I'm an advocate for sex and human trafficking. I was a victim. I went from being a victim to a trafficker, and now I rescue. Most people call me the black modern-day Harriet Tubman. Why? I don't know.
Now tell us your story. Let's start from the beginning, because you said you were a victim.
Oh, the official title is anti-sex trafficking activist, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Now you said you were a victim. What happened? Explain what happened, because like Charlamagne said, we love you. But sometimes when you talk to us,
I got 3 daughters.
The other day,
you know what I'm
let
saying?
me talk to you about trafficking. I'm like, ooh.
Lord have mercy, man. But people need to hear these stories, though.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Went to the Freaknik.
Freaknik in Atlanta.
What year
96.
was this? 96.
How old were you? I don't want to put your age out there, but were you a teen?
Yeah, teen.
Oh, teenage, okay.
16 turned to 17.
Mm-hmm.
And went down. We were supposed to be home, you know, sleep over. But I'm one of the group that's like, you know, I want to go, I want to do things, I want to see everything, I want to just be out there.
Right.
Coming from the little town, which Charlamagne know where I'm coming from, it's very small.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
what's the town called?
The town is Calhoun Falls, right outside of Columbia, Irmo, Lexington,
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yep.
Therefore, I gotta say this because there's a lot of kids out there be like, "What the heck is Freaknik?" Freaknik is like what Miami 4th of July, Miami,
yes,
Martin Luther King weekend is now, where we all used to go down to Atlanta, and it used to be
times 100 though.
Disrespectful times 100.
Very,
go ahead.
Very much so.
So this woman, her name is Tony D. Rivera. You understand? She used to be a sex trafficker. She used to be sex trafficking herself, is what she's saying. You understand? And what she's saying is that when she was young, tell me his voice a little bit. When she was young, you understand what I'm saying? When she was about 15, she went down to Freaknik, which is so important why black men gotta step in these young black women's lives, man. You understand why it's so important for a young black and Hispanic woman to have a father in her life, man.
Right.
To have a father in her life, to have what a head said about her, man.
Right.
Give me that in Ezra's, where it says, when you get a wife, you can get a possession, man. When it says, set a hedge around her. You understand? This sister right here, she ain't have no hedge, man. She ain't have no protection. She 15 years old at Freaknik. And what they describing right now is how Freaknik used to be. And from the term Freaknik, I'm pretty sure you can kind of, you know, understand what the hell was going on. Freaknik, I can imagine a couple of things going on during Freaknik, and everybody remember, you know, just the booty shaking videos, just the whole culture surrounding it down in Atlanta, man. And I was young too, even growing up, I heard about Freaknik. You understand? Like how, you know, where I'm from, you know what I'm saying, down in DC and Maryland, we always hear about Bike Week down in North Carolina. We always will hear about Bike Week because we know what Bike Week is about. Naked women, all right, on motorcycles. That's all it's about. It's a lot of motorcycles and a lot of naked women. on Bike Week. Tons and tons of women, and that's what it's about. Brothers are drive down there. We ain't have no motorcycle. You understand? And that's something like what's going on with Freaknik. So they explaining right now, you understand, how she got caught up into the game. Go ahead, I'll play it.
We went down, we had no money. Mind you, no money for gas, no food, money for food, nothing. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I do best. Got on top of the car, had a little Daisy Dukes on, as we used to call it, started dancing. And right before my eyes, made us $800. It was me, my friend Val, Tanya, Jackie, this guy named Curtis, and we had nothing.
So people just started throwing money.
Then once I got off the car, this guy came up to me.
So listen, she said they went down to Freaknik. They ain't have no money. They going down there with no money. She said they needed money, so she did what she did best. This is a 15-year-old sister. You know what I'm saying? Lord be with this sister, you know what I mean, and all that. At this time, she explaining the story. She's 15 years old. She said she did what she does best, which is to get up on the car and start shaking her behind, man. You understand? Like, it's so vital for a black man to raise his daughter, man. Meanwhile, you trying to impeach Donald Trump. Listen, you need to have a black man in the house. I ain't worried about impeaching Donald Trump. Right. This sister said she got up there and did what she does best. And it wasn't math. It wasn't accounting. It wasn't going to the store and hustling and getting some bottles of water and selling a bottle of water. I know it's hot in Atlanta. Right. Especially in Freaknik. Right. She didn't think about, hey, let's get some waters and sell some water or sell some ice. Right. She ain't used her wit. She said she did what she did best. She got on the car, started shaking her behind, and made $800. You understand? Read the scripture.
Select service. The book of Ecclesiasticus 36, verse 24.
Read.
He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
Go ahead.
A help like unto himself.
Go ahead.
And a pillar of the rest.
No, I want to where it says, where there's no hedges, the possession is spoiled. Give me that. I'm paraphrasing. It's in the Apocrypha too. You understand? But once again, she said she got up on the car, started shaking it behind, made $800, man. You understand? That's why the Lord said this in the Old Testament. Thou shalt not turn your sons into sodomites, and thou shalt not turn your daughters into whores, man.
Say it again, what you said.
He said, where no hedge is, the possession is spoiled. Give me that. Where no hedge is, the possession is spoiled. Just look up hedge. You understand? It said, there shall be no sodomites of the sons of Israel, and there shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel, man. You can't whore out your sisters, man. That $800 she made encouraged her to be a whore. You think sex trafficking is, a lot of these young women that's in the black community getting snatched up. Some of them are. But because of what they see on TV, because of what's being pushed on Love and Hip Hop and give me something else, Basketball Wives and all of that garbage, man, they think if I be a whore, I can make money. And when you poor, like most black and Hispanic women are in this kingdom, all you want to do is not be poor. And if you can get up on a car and shake your ass for 10 minutes and make $800, I mean, what in the hell do you expect? What do you expect, man? What the Lord expects from us is to have integrity, not to entice our sisters to be whores, man. You know why so many women is going missing and running away to be sex trafficked? Is because black men love whores, man. We've been molded in this society to love and honor whores. So you getting all mad at black women being sex trafficked and this girl going missing and that girl going missing. Stop being such a whoremonger. Right. Maybe these girls won't go missing if we didn't love whores so much. Go ahead and play the video.
Concert.
To me. And he was like, I saw you like to dance, huh? And I was like, yeah. And he just gave me this fat wad of money. And being from where I'm from at that time, you didn't talk to your kids about stranger danger. Mm-hmm. So me getting that kind of money from somebody who I don't know, and then he had that New York accent. So it was like...
Talking fast,
yeah,
a lot of cash.
Yes,
okay.
yes,
and
the gift of gas.
It's never too old for stranger danger, by the way.
Oh, it's really not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really not. And when he gave me that, he was like, "Where y'all staying at?" I was like, we don't know yet." He was like, "I can get y'all a room." So he got us a room at Howard Johnson by the airport. So we went
Howard
there.
Johnson back in the day was
Yeah.
waiting.
So listen, so to go further into it, she's saying that, the cat basically enticed her with a bunch of money. That's why the Lord said in the scriptures to bow thy daughter's neck when she's young. You found the scripture from her? Read it.
In the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36, verse 25.
Go ahead.
Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled.
It said, where no hedge is, the possession is spoiled. Read the verse above it. Let me hear that.
Come on, concept. He that getteth a wife.
Okay, stop. You can stop right there. It was the next verse. Okay, it said, where no hedge is, a hedge is like when you think of bushes. Bushes you can't get through. You know what I'm saying? Them thick bushes, that's a hedge. You understand what I'm saying? That you can't get through, it's hard to get through. The Lord said, where no hedge is, the possession is spoiled. Brothers and fathers of girls out, you understand? You got to put a hedge around them, man. You got to put protection around them, man. Or she gonna be spoiled. Go ahead.
So like sir, so this is saying that you are the head as a father?
No, this is pertaining to a man that get it for wife, right? We all know that sex is marriage, right? You understand? And all of our daughters are going to be wives to men eventually, Lord willing, of course. Right. You understand what I'm saying? What the Lord is saying here is that you got to put a hedge around your wife. You understand? And I'm using this scripture, the hedge, as the term for your daughter, man. You understand? Because she's going to be somebody's wife. Right. You got to raise your daughter with a hedge. You got to put a hedge around them to protect them, man. You understand? Give me the other scripture where the Lord said, bow your daughter's neck while she's young. That goes with it too. You understand? You got to put rules around your woman, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these young sisters ain't got no rules. They ain't got no man to put no rules in place to say, you're not going to wear that. Ain't big freak Nick. The hell are you talking about? You better take your ass to your room. You understand? Freak them bucks. Go freak that room and clean that room. You understand? That's what the Lord means we ain't put no hedge. This woman here didn't have no hedge, man. She didn't have no protection. She didn't have no one there to bow her neck, man. When she was young, to know you can't run off and go to Freaknik and have a good time and start shaking your tail on that car, man. You understand? Let me know when you find that scripture where it say bow thy neck. Go ahead and play some more of the video.
That people thought was my family, and they left. Nobody was in the house, and it's very not frequent that they would leave me there by myself, me and the other girls that was there.
So they were paid to pretty much watch you
with drugs, yeah. So he left, and one night, a friend of someone in the house that didn't know what was going on came and was like, "You want to go to the movies?" And I was like, "You asking me?" And he was like, "Yeah, because the guy Kendall who was there that was supposed to go to the movies wasn't there with him. He had to go to work."
So right now, this is the beginning of her. The cat that was, trafficking her, or whatever, term you want to call it. This is the critical point where she is about to leave him, you understand what I'm saying? Or get away from him, so to speak. You know what I mean? She said that they had her with a family that was not her family. You understand? Of course, she left her real family. All right? And when you look at this video, the sister said something else too that was critical too, that of course, she was molested when she was 5. All right, this sister right here was molested when she was 5, trying to go down and get to it. You understand what I'm saying? She was molested when she was 5 years old by her mother's husband, her new husband, not her real father. She didn't have a father. You understand what I'm saying? Her father had left when she was young. You understand what I'm saying? And her mother's new husband molested her when she was 5 years old, all the way up until she was 15. You understand? So once again, that molestation, and those lectures that Captain Isaiah does is the goddamn truth, man. Right. You want to stop sex trafficking and sisters who go missing and so naive to follow strangers who give them money for shaking their behind. These black women got to stop letting child molesters in their house and molesting their goddamn children. Right. Did you find it?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 7, verse 23.
Let me hear you.
Haste, thou children, instruct them, and bow their necks from their youth.
Listen, You got children. You got to instruct them. That's what I always say, man. Like, you worrying about your daughter being snatched up. I ain't so worried, you understand? One, because I'm doing the work of the Lord, I'm in the truth, you understand? But two, I talk to my kids like they gonna be young adults. I don't speak to my daughters like, oh, I say princess sometimes, but I don't, treat them like, it ain't, candy and bubble gum.
Right.
It's, if you see a stranger, you better scream at the top of your lungs and use that eye gouge that I showed you.
Right.
That's what it is. It said instruct them when they're young. Listen.
Right.
You got to teach your children, man. In this society, man, because so many black fathers are locked up in prisons and getting murdered by the police.
Right.
Okay? And getting murdered by the police. Our children are not being instructed on how to survive in this society at all. And the Lord said, bow their neck when they're young, especially when you got a daughter. Like this sister right here ain't have a man in her life to bow her neck, man, to make her obedient. You worrying about your daughter being sex trafficked, it's because she's disobedient.
Right.
What in the hell is she doing out at 9 o'clock at night any goddamn way getting high with a bunch of boys?
Right.
You understand? Like, to have these laws enforced in the household by the black man is so important to your survival. You want to end sex trafficking? Put a black man in that house.
Right.
And put a black man in that house that fear the Lord.
Right.
You put any man in the house who, he just full of lust and Christianity, he gonna molest your daughter.
Right.
He gonna molest your daughter. These sisters, these black women and these Hispanic women gotta stop being so goddamn lonely that they let any man in their house and make their daughters pray to that brother, man.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
Haste thou daughters.
Go ahead.
Haste thou daughters, have a care of their bodies.
He said, if you have daughters, he said, have thou daughters? I got daughters. My daughters can't wear nothing. Man, listen, he says, have care over their body, man. You know who the first person to teach a woman about her body? Her father.
Damn right.
Okay? Her father tells you to go back in the room and take them goddamn shorts off.
Right.
That is so desperately needed, and this is what this one needed, man. Like, this sister needs the truth still. Because when you really look at this video, she go off into how she gotta have therapy, different therapists, different psychologists, and all type of things that she gotta go and talk to and see every day, and none of them work. You know what I'm saying? That's because she done had sex with 10 men in a night. She said that too also. She said, I'm gonna just go out and do 10 men tonight. Like, that's just like a light day, like Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because they sex trafficking, they go into prostitution. You understand? So she said, if I want to go out and just do 10 men a night, I could do that if I'm not a prostitute. I said, it was ridiculous what she was saying. Like 10 men was just, this is a light day. I'm going to just do 10. So what is 50? 50 like 40 hours on the job? Like, Jesus Christ. You know what has stopped all that? If you have a man in the house to say, go take that off. Don't take that off. You ain't wearing that out of here. I don't know how many times I'll do it. I'll be glad to do it. I'm glad to do it. You understand? Listen, that's too short. That's too short. If you hast thou daughters, yeah, I do. Then watch over their body. That's what the Lord is saying. You want your daughters to stop being sex trafficked. You understand? It's one thing to want your daughter to be beautiful and all that. She gonna mature into a woman, you understand, and be beautiful. But while she's a little girl, why are you trying to sexually paint her nails and do her hair and give her revealing outfits? She's 3.
Right.
She's 4 and 5. You understand? What do she got on a halter top showing her shoulders for? I don't understand it. And another thing I hate them goddamn baby suits too. Them baby, my mom's daughters wear shirts and shorts to the pool.
Right. Shirts
and shorts. Man, ain't no goddamn bathing suit, man.
Right.
But you got a 3-year-old with a 2-piece.
Right.
You understand? But now on social media, it's a big uproar about sex trafficking. When you take your daughter to the pool, she got on a two-piece.
Right.
The Lord said, hast thou daughters? Then you got to watch over their body, man. To show your daughters that their body is something that everybody ain't supposed to see.
Right.
Not even me. Like we raised in the UPK. Once your daughter gets to that age where she start, things start growing in places.
Right.
You understand? It's here. Take this towel here. Go in your room. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to see that.
Right.
You understand? To show her while she's young, to have some privacy.
Right.
All right, about herself. To have is a perfect word for it. To have some goddamn shame.
Damn right.
To have some goddamn shame about herself and how shameful it'll be for somebody to see her cleavage, this middle part of her chest.
Right.
You understand? To see the crack of her behind, man. In the
Right.
UPA, we don't allow it, man.
Damn
It's something
right.
honorable our sister rock a dress.
Right.
Cover herself up, man. You understand?
Right.
Skip up a little bit in the video.
Come on, concept.
All right.
How would you folk like? And the only reason I'm asking is there's some girls out there, I'm sure, or some dads or some moms is like, now my daughter's fine. So how would you persuade them to come?
What were your targets like, I guess?
My targets was praying on their needs.
Now she about to tell you. Now, like I said, she led up to how she wasn't being trafficked no more. Now she gonna step in the game and become a trafficker herself. Let's see some of her women. Let's see who she preyed on. Let's see.
Now, what were you looking for when you were trying to recruit these women? Was it
I went to
looking for-
churches.
Looking churches.
Yeah.
So,
Man, please say you're talking about the chicken place and not.
No.
So
That was my place.
What was your
Look, he asked her, he said, what were you looking for when you went out to recruit these women that you're trafficking? Play it again. From right where you was at.
Now, what were you looking for when you were trying to recruit these women? Was it
I went to
looking for-
churches.
Looking churches.
Yeah.
So,
Man, please say you're talking about the chicken place and not.
No.
So
That was my place.
What was your
She went to churches. Yeah. Pause. He said, what were you looking for when you went to recruit these women? Now the demon that the brother had, once again, we in the West Side. We understand spiritual things.
Right.
The demon that the brother had on him, no whore, his sisters out, now it's on her. You understand?
Right.
Now it's on her. The demon that he got to be a whoremonger and whore his sisters out, now that demon on her.
Right.
And she left. Now what the demon on her got her going to do? To find the best place where you can find all the demons.
Right.
All in one place, singing and dancing and saying amen. She said she went to recruit in the churches. She ain't say I went to the strip club. The strip club is after the church. Okay? She ain't go to strip clubs to recruit. She went to churches. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see why you don't take your daughters to church?
Right.
You don't take your daughters to church. It's predators in church. Like this woman here, when she was back there. Lord be with her now and all the rescuing and stuff like that. That's fine. You understand? But she had a full-out demon on her. And where are demons welcome? In church.
Right.
That's where they at.
Right.
You got some woman praying on your daughter in church when she's supposed to be safe at.
Right.
About to get a sex trafficked in church. Now listen to what she looked for in these sisters in church. Read it. Go ahead and play the video.
I went to churches.
Looking churches.
Yeah.
Man, please say you're talking about the chicken place and not.
No.
So
That was my place.
What was your?
She said that was my place. Meaning she went to all churches looking for young, naive black women who trying to find the Lord.
Right.
And your preacher's such a dumbass that he don't even know this broad is in here recruiting women in the church for sex trafficking to go sell their bodies. Go ahead.
It's like, so he might be in on it. You know what I'm saying?
He might be. Hell. The best hoes in church anyway.
Right.
Well, you think them strippers all the way up to the heavens and they just slide on down from out the goddamn side? Hell no. They come from the churches, man.
Right.
They come from the churches and it ain't the chicken spot like DJ Charlamagne saying.
Right.
You understand? Listen now. The Christian church is a satanic place.
Right.
Okay? How many times we got to bring out articles and stories? And she said it like, that's my place. Like that's when she would go prey on girls. Not only is the preacher a child molester, you got another woman sitting in there. Which one of these bitches have a pimp in this bitch? Like, you know, like come on now. Come on, man. Like, why would you take your children to church right now, man?
Right.
Play the video.
Kind of concept.
You say you talking about the chicken place and
No,
So
that was my place.
What was you're looking for? Was it looking for women without dads? Was it low
Anything.
self-confidence? Or what?
Anything. You didn't have to have a dad. The two women who just finally, reached out to me and was like, "Yo, we forgive you. You shed some light on some shit back then that we didn't know what was going on." And I helped these two girls get away.
How would you folk like? And the only reason I'm asking is there's some girls out there, I'm sure, or some dads or some moms is like, "No, my daughter's fine." So how would you persuade them to come?
What was your targets like? I guess
My targets was praying on their needs. When I say I would go to churches, you know how when you go to church, how they call for altar prayer, and you see these kids, you'll see the adults go up. But once you get there and you see the kids going up and you see them coming up every Sunday, and I will always make my focal point on Bible study night or first Sunday, communion Sunday. If I'm seeing you going up to that altar a couple of times,
they got problems.
The word is saying is that she used to watch which one of the children will come up for the altar prayer. Like, you know how the silly preacher, you understand, he said, who want to come up for a blessing? Like the Christian church is the worst place to go to find God out. Right. And just stop being retarded, all right? When the preachers say, y'all want to come up for a blessing, she would sit and watch the kids come up because she said she would see the adults come up. And what is the spirit of the adults coming up to the altar? They need help. So they coming up for them personal blessings. So she said when she would see the young girls come up, that's their needs. She said she would pray on their needs. Like this child going up because they need something. You know why? Because she gonna go into a war. She gonna say she know something is happening to them. Play the video out. It's crazy how she prayed on them. She had a full out demon on her that had these women and she prayed on them in the church. Okay? Churches is not safe, all right? You better safer in the church's chicken than in the real church.
Right.
Shit. Why not?
Right.
You understand? Don't take your children to church, man. Don't cause them to pass through the fire. You got full out predators in church. Hold on 1 second. I already know it's happening. We got a couple other more points to get. But I ain't gonna leave until we get these.
Hit play?
Yeah.
Concept.
Always make my focal point on Bible study night or first Sunday, communion Sunday. If I'm seeing you going up to that altar a couple of times,
they got problems.
y'all know something's popping.
You heard what she said? She said she used to watch the young girls, the young children go up to the altar and keep going. She said, I know they had problems. She was praying on their problems. You know why? Because them young girls was probably molested like her. She got that demon on her too. Once again, this sister right here was molested when she was 5. All the way up to until she got the freak nick. That's what she did best. Hell, you understand? That and another woman, you think she can't?
Right.
You think she can't out? Like in One Westside and UPK, we understand what goes on in the 4th dimension with demons. Right. Demons pass to people, man. Just like once a whoremongering spirit to get money, to have lust for money and pleasure from the lifestyle that she lived, she left her parent. Why she ain't go back home? Why she ain't go back home to her family and was like, man, I was lost drugs and all that. She had said something on here when she said, man, that blew my mind out. You heard of dippers, right? When you dip the PCP. She said they used to put PCP on pills. I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Nice.
Like she said she used to dip a little bombing fluid on her pills and take the pill.
What the?
Like that's some insane life to live. Jesus. When she left the pimp, why she ain't just go home?
Right.
Because she got a demon on her now, and the demon on her want her to destroy other women like she was destroyed.
Good.
You want sex trafficking to stop, you better keep that black man in that house and stop putting him on child support. Right. You understand? You want your daughter to stop going up missing? You better keep them black men in that house and stop being such a goddamn monster. And then on top of that, gonna take your daughter to the goddamn church and she's sitting in the church praying to all your daughters while they going up there to pray to that goddamn preacher, man.
Right.
The hell is your problem?
Good.
Play the video, man.
You know they got problems.
Y'all know something's popping. You know, and I'm gonna come up to you after church. Yo, what's up?
That sounds just like a demon. She said after they do the prayer at the altar, she'll walk up to him. What's up? You good? That sounds just like a demon. You good? That sounds just like what's up? You good? I can help you. Take her from the church to the stripper pole to, I'm gonna show you where they take them at too. I'm about to show you out. I'm gonna show you where they take them at. You understand? Keep playing.
The church. Yo, what's up? You good? And when I say shopping season, you have seasons. So if I go in April, that's usually spring break or prom time. So I know you want money either for prom or you either want money to go spring break and mom, dad can't help. If I see you going like May, the end of April, May, and you going up a lot, you got graduation time coming. So I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna convince you, I'm gonna help you. But what you gonna give me at the end when you try to leave?
So are these like poor and disenfranchised kids from the hood, or just like, is that your target? Like, what is it?
It wasn't a thing where didn't have that mind frame of just targeting. It was just whatever I see.
Mm-hmm. What's the current state of human trafficking in the United States?
Oh, right now, what I speak on is African Americans and Latinos. Mm-hmm. We have a total different statistic than Caucasians when it comes to the human trafficking. Atlanta, just by itself, every 6 minutes, I think I read, at least 3.
Now she going into the statistics of how many women go into this lifestyle and get swept into the whole sex trafficking game, or you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to call it. You understand? Read that scripture in 2 Timothy.
Oh God.
Do not take your children to church. If your woman is in church, get her out the church, man. Like your preacher is a fool.
Right.
What type of leader and a man is supposed to watch over a congregation cannot see some woman trying to prey on people's daughters?
Right.
Like what in the heck? You're gonna start to realize and appreciate the value of a black man. You Christian women are going to start to appreciate and value and understand how valuable it is to have a black man in your house.
Right.
With your children.
Right.
Go ahead.
So like I said, if I may, that's to show you too that the preacher himself, the Lord is not with him, because if the Lord was with him and he was teaching righteously, he would have been able to see that.
He'd been able to see it. You understand? And brothers. You know another reason why he wasn't able to see it? Because he's not dealing with their problems like the men in the Israelite school of UPK deal with problems and counsel sisters on their problems, man.
Right.
That's why your preacher a filthy traitor, man.
Right.
These sisters come into the prayer and all you do is goddamn say you're healed and shake your goddamn hand. Nigga, you got to get on the phone and go sit in the council and go sit, man, listen. Right. Brothers in this school has heard horrible stories from sisters that come out in the world because they got to sit in the goddamn office with the psychiatrist and let the sister pour out all the horrible things that her family members did to her, and we are the leaders that God chose. Not you filthy preachers, man.
Right.
You preachers let these young girls walk up to these goddamn altars and all you say is, God loves you, bless you, and you send them on their way, and then this broad is out there full of demons saying, you good? What's up? You good? You send her right into her arms, man.
Right.
We heal these sisters in here and the brothers, man.
Right.
Right.
Read that scripture, bro.
Oh God. The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep unto houses and lead captive silly women.
Silly who?
Silly women.
Your preacher creep into these houses. These preachers is like, thieves that creep into the house and lead captive who?
Silly women.
Who?
Silly women.
If you in church, you what?
Silly women.
Any woman that's in church saying hallelujah, thank you, not church, any woman that's saying that, what is she?
Silly woman.
You silly. All them goddamn demons sitting behind you All of you. And you done brought your daughters in. Go ahead, keep going.
Silly women laden with sin.
Laden with what?
Laden with sins.
Laden with sins. She used to pray on them children. She said, I used to pray on their needs. You know why they got needs? Because they living lives that they are ashamed of. And instead of the preacher saying, you got to stop doing what you're doing, it is wrong to be a whore and to be fast and to be all hot in the ass. Instead of him telling them that,
Right.
he said, God loves you. So they laden with sin.
Right.
And since they laden with so much shame, it is the perfect opportunity for this woman right here to just say, you good? Like, that is a demon now. The more I say it, it's like, good night. What the fuck is around me? Like, you know what I mean? Salakia. That's crazy, y'all. That's how wicked and satanic that church is. Keep reading.
Led away with diverse lusts.
Say it again.
Led away.
Led what?
Led away.
You led away. A lot of this sex trafficking ain't, come here. Ain't, get in the car, get in the trunk, but it ain't that. A lot of these young women are silly. And they have no instructions from their father to learn how to value their body.
Right.
Now they led away with what?
Diverse lusts.
Lust. They want money. They want that fame like Cardi B. You know, Cardi B was a nasty hoe too.
Right.
Salakia, I don't mean to disrespect the brother's wife, but she was a nasty hoe too. Now she rich and famous.
Right.
And silly. Now these young girls you see all from it, when you throw your thumb, that she missing. I highly doubt all of them went unwillingly.
Right.
A lot of them from the church, and since the church is full of demons, they silly and laden with sin. So they get laid away and hey, you want to shake your butt, you can make $800 in 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, that's diverse lust, man. That's why the Christian church is the house of Satan.
Right.
Right.
Okay? Now, let's go to, this is the big joint I want. It's a lock. Go to 27 minutes. Go to 27 minutes. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. About to blow your mind real quick. You know what I mean? Early in the morning.
27 on the dot.
27 on the dizzy.
Okay. Can I start at?
No, 27 on the dot. Hit it on the 27 on the dot. I'm a judge type of. Hit it 27 on the dot. Come on.
I gotta work this out.
No sweat. You understand? Like, this is ridiculous, man.
It won't let me go to 27 on the dot.
I will get it as close as you can.
All right. I was gonna start from the back and then come to the front.
All right, go ahead.
All right. It's 3 minutes before 27.
Let's go.
No, 3 seconds, my fault.
Let's go.
I'm in West Philly, and I said, what the fuck you doing in West Philly?
All right, go ahead, go back a little bit.
Yeah, here.
Go back a little bit.
He was
We
like,
could have set it up a little bit. You was right, that's right. We could set it up a little bit. All right. Now, okay, now she's a rescuer. Now she, she want to, rectify some of some of the wrongs. That thing to do. You know what I'm saying? That's honorable. You know what I mean? That's commendable. I give her that. Now she want to Now she want to rectify some of this, right? So I do also got to bring out that she was on the train station in New York with her children. And while she walking with her daughter, this is another story, we can't go in all the way into it. But this is something you like, I got to fix this because I done did wrong. She called it karma. It's the Lord. She said she was at the train station in New York. You understand? And she was walking with her daughter and somebody tried to snatch her daughter out of her hand.
Good night.
While she was walking with her.
Right.
You called it karma. I call it judgment.
Right.
You call it judgment.
Right.
She lucky her daughter ain't get snatched up.
Right.
Out of her own hands. You understand? That's how the Lord will do you.
Right.
You done led away other women. You get your daughter snatched out your arms, dealing with the most sized children like that, man. That ain't how the Lord get down.
Right.
You understand? But now she's a rescuer. You understand? Now she rescued women from the lifestyle. Let's hear about this one rescue she had, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna start at 26:14.
Go ahead.
Why keep arresting the prostitutes when you can have them and bring them on board to help you? because it's just like a drug dealer. A new drug dealer coming to a old drug dealer to his corner is not going to happen. He's not going to let it. That's just like with these prostitutes. They're not going to let the newbie come in and try to take their money. Mm-hmm. So I work with a lot of prostitutes, and if they see someone, or if I get the picture out, they on my page, a lot of them follow me. They'll hit me up, yo, Tone, Black, come get this newbie, this bitch on my corner. But this specific incident, it was one of my homeboys. He called me. He was like, yo, where you at? And I was like, you know, I'm about to head to New York. He was like, well, can you stop through Philly? And I'm like, for what? And he was like, yo, I think I see old girl. And I was,
where we come to, we ain't safe to be a whore, huh? Dude, what type of world are we in where you ain't safe to hold yourself out in the corner? Because this whore right here is running this corner.
Right.
Jesus Christ, my God. Just give me this whole revelation and give me the scripture where the Lord said, there shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel.
Oh, God.
And see, listen, man, like, you know, like, the woman is saying she can't sell her ass here because I'm selling my ass here. Excuse my language. You understand? She can't give blood. Like, do you know that our sisters used to be so tender and so delicate that they wouldn't put the sole of their feet on the ground?
Right.
Now, because of loving America and because black men and Hispanic men love whores, our sisters been reduced to say, I'm about to kill this young girl because I give blowjobs here. What in the hell are we doing in this place?
Right.
Jesus Christ. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, man? How holy are the daughters of Israel? But now we've been reduced because we love Christmas, you understand? And the Christian church to turn all our women silly and foolish. Now it's like, you come pick this girl up because I'm a cutter because I give blowjobs here. That's our sisters now. The women who give birth to prophets and priests of the Lord, man.
Good night.
Come on, man. We got to stop this out.
Right.
You understand?
Like you said, I got the scripture.
All right, hold on to it real quick. Coming up on the time, go ahead and press play.
and I was like, well, who's old girl? And he was like, I'm in West Philly. And I said, well, what the fuck you doing in West Philly? How the fuck you get out there?
She said she talked to one of her partners to help her rescue people. And she said, on your way to New York, you think you can stop through Philly? I'm in Philly. All right?
Right.
This is yo. She said, can you stop through Philly? Why she need to stop through Philly? Play it.
He was like, Tone, they garbing BIT, bitch up. They garbing bitches up out here. And I was like, what you mean they garbing them up? He was like, that's why ain't nobody been able to find these little girls here.
Stop. She said, yo, Tone, they garbing bitches up out here. She said, what you mean? Meaning the women that they sex trafficking from other states, they bringing them to Philly and got them in the full Muslim garb.
Good night.
Yeah. Allahu. Damn. She said, the cat said, hey, yo, Tone, I'm in West Philly. They garbing bitches up out here. Meaning the young girls, to hide their identity, they got them in full out Muslim dresses with the whole ninja thing. Now, you know, when I heard this out, I think I was riding and I seen one of them bras. I mean, the first broad I seen with that Muslim guy, I said, she might be getting sex trafficked. Somebody need to call the police for that sister right there in ninja outfit sitting on the porch because she might be in a sex trafficking ring.
Right.
That's your God, man. You know what I mean? You know how they say, that's your boy.
Right.
That's your God, man.
Right.
You thought Islam was holy and sanctified. They harlots just like the Christian church.
Right.
And to hide it, and listen, it ain't no surprise because niggas, brothers in Philly committed robberies with the whole Muslim garb on.
Right.
Like that, having a Muslim garb on when you're a woman, that don't give you no type of honor or like you humble and chaste and you know what they call it, shame. And you got some shame about yourself. It ain't like you covering yourself up to be holy and righteous. It's a whore under there. And how much time has ISUPK said it? Now this woman is telling it.
Right.
They sex trafficking and hiding the sisters in the full-out Muslim garb. Go ahead.
Right. So like you said, if I may too, and being Muslim, you can pray like 5-6 times a day and ask for forgiveness. Also, once you greet another Muslim, you shake his hand and y'all both shake the sins off. So they looking like
shake the sins off.
Yeah, they shake each other's hand and
never heard of that.
when they shake each other's hand, as they say they shake the sins off them. So if he sex trafficking her and he shake their hand, it's like he don't got no sin no more.
Nah, man, listen, these cats is retarded. These cats is absolutely retarded. And guess what? They got the sins in the Muslim God. Give me that scripture I wanted to pull. Not Revelations, the other one.
I got you.
Go ahead and get the scripture.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17.
Go ahead.
There shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel.
It said, it shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel. You see why you don't get, and then also, give me the scripture where it said, thou shalt not give your daughters in marriage to the other nations. You remember them Arabs used to have our sisters in their harems or in their whorehouses. You understand? Or was she or brothel, was she all stable like she called it? You understand? Them Arabs used to have black women in their harems as whores. Now the sisters in the full-out Muslim God and they whores. They being sex trafficked.
Right. Oh man.
Play some more of the video, bro.
Come on, concert.
He was like, Tone, they garbing BIT, bitch up. They garbing bitches up out here. And I was like, what you mean they garbing them up? He was like, that's why ain't nobody been able to find these little girls here.
She said, that's why they not finding these girls. You know why? Because they got ninja outfits going into the Walmart. In Philly.
Right.
Like I was trying, I'm telling you why. It's a lot. Philly going crazy. Right. I've been saying it like the last 3 weeks. Then when I seen this video, I said, this shit is ridiculous. Right. You understand? I'm like, man, yo, in Philly right now, where we at? You go out ride through West Philly. Now when I see them women in them guards, some of them might be kidnapped and sex trafficked. Some of them. They hide their identity. You understand? Like that religion now is foolishness with the Lord. Right. You think Islam some high understanding? It's just what they call it. It's just a disguise. That's all. That whole garb she wearing, what they call it, the henna, that henna she got, it's a disguise. Allah not real. Right. Nor do he care about the daughters of Zion. Right. Like the God of the Bible does. Right. Like the God that killed all the firstborn in Egypt, man. Right. You don't give a damn about them. It's just a disguise to be more American. That's all. Go to Revelation. The book. Oh, shit. Come on.
Book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 5.
Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great.
Babylon who?
Babylon the Great.
Yeah, talk about America. America is the Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
The mother of harlots.
The mother of who?
Of harlots.
The mother of who?
Of harlots.
The mother of harlots. See, you were so surprised about this sex trafficking in America. America is the mother of harlots, which is the mother of whores. Right. All the whoredom that's going on here, why are you so surprised? Islam ain't nothing but Christianity, especially over here in Philly. It's just Christianity. It's just a different type of Christianity. You see, she used to go and pray on girls and recruit girls in the church. You understand? Now she's trying to save them. They dressed up like Muslims. Right. You understand? Because America is the mother of whores, man. Right. That's why a lot of these whores are looked at and worshiped as entertainers, and they get to be gods. Like once again, Nicki Minaj. And the greater whore you are, the more famous you become. Right. You serve these other religions, you are become a whore to the Lord, man. Right. You serve Christianity, we whore on the Most High. You an Israelite, black or Hispanic, Native American, Indian, you a Muslim, you whoring on the Lord. And now you got that Muslim garb on, you really, I mean, they got you in a disguise. That's all you doing. Right. That's all you doing, man. It's just a disguise harlots that they been kidnapped from Atlanta and Florida. Lord be with the Israelites through the UPK, man. When you see the sisters in the UPK, they might not be all covered up and hid like this. But They ain't being sex trafficked.
That's right.
Ain't nobody looking. I don't know about you Muslim sisters. Y'all don't cover it up like this. I don't know how holy you is. I know the sisters in the UPK that wear them dresses and them head wraps. I know they ain't being sex trafficked, man.
That's right.
I know they ain't being preyed on to go lead a life of prostitution.
Right.
Play the rest of the video.
Little girls here, because that's exactly what they did to our friend, her girl. So I was like, too many people from Philly calling me with this, that they making these girls wear the hijab. They're like,
right.
They're using the Muslim,
right.
yeah.
So that way you can't find these girls.
Yeah, and that's what happened to her. So got the call my homeboy who work at the Champ Loss District, let him know like, yo, old girl, I just got a call that the little girl that's missing from Jersey, she's in West Philly. So he was like, nah. He said, somebody told me they took her. I said, I'm telling you, I just got the call from one of my homeboys. Got out there, called me back. He was like, yo, yes, she was in West Philly on the porch going into the house. And I was like, did she really have the overgarment and stuff on? He was like, no. He said, but a neighbor did tell us they were seeing her come in and out, seeing some women come in and out with that on. I was like, yo.
Stop.
I was like, yo.
She said that the neighbors said they seen women going in and out their house with the Muslim garbs on. You understand what I'm saying? They need to tell them sister to take that garbage off, man.
Yeah, right.
That ain't our spirit anyway.
Right.
That ain't the spirit for a black woman or a Hispanic woman anyway. You be covering up your whole goddamn face. Cover up your whole goddamn face. You know them Arabs be abusing the women over there in the Middle East.
Right.
Having sex with 12-year-old girls and all of that. That's their custom and culture, man. The whore out them sisters that's all covered up like this, man.
Right.
These silly cats over here believing in that Islam. That Islam just a goddamn cover for more evil, man.
Right.
Listen, man, y'all better come back to the Most High, man.
Damn
Come back to your culture, man. Come back to your way of life. This lady Hebrew speak with the Israelite student UPK. I'm Captain Cobb around. I'm in the studio with Officer Yaquan and Officer Yashaman, man. Tune in with us next week on Monday. Play that Lord to the King, man. Crazy, right?
Great.